Hey Nicole.
Hey Reed.
Thanks for inviting me to come learn some techniques out of the Gratitude Journal and Mindful Resources book.
Thank you for coming.
What do you got for me today?
So today we're going to practice square breathing, and sometimes people call it 4 square breathing. It's the same practice.
Yeah.
So essentially, as we're breathing, we're going to imagine that we're drawing a square as we breathe. So we're going to breathe in. I always like to start practices focusing on natural breath. We'll exhale all the air out of the lungs, and then we'll inhale to a count of 4. We're drawing the side of the square. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. We're holding our breath at the top, 2, 3, 4. We're exhaling down the opposite side, 2, 3, 4. And we're holding our breath at the bottom, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I don't like that holding at the bottom part.
Yeah, so that is a counterintuitive thing. So it's really easy to hold your breath with lungs full. But when we hold our breath with lungs empty, it doesn't happen for everybody, but it can induce a panicky feeling. And I think that that is actually the magic of this practice. By doing this breath retention with no oxygen in the lungs, it reminds me that things like challenging emotions and cravings, they're gonna pass. I'm gonna breathe in again. I promise you we're gonna breathe in again, okay? So as you're going through your practice, maybe you get the panicky feeling, maybe you don't. If you do, just remind yourself, I'm gonna breathe in again. And just that's gonna help you to increase your frustration tolerance.
Cool, let's jump right in.
All right, so let's ground and center first. So uncrossing legs, uncrossing arms, feet connected to the ground. You can of course also do this standing. If you'd like to take your practice inward, I invite you to do that, closing your eyes, focusing in between the eyebrows at brow point. I like to close my eyes to remove the distraction that the sense of sight brings in and really pay attention to my internal climate. And I also understand that that's not for everybody. So if you prefer to have your eyes open, I invite you to just blink your eyes open and find something to focus on, soft gaze on something on the ground in front of you. So in this moment, we're becoming still in our physical body. We're drawing awareness to natural breath. And we're focusing in between the eyebrows, or we're focusing on our focal point with a soft gaze. So all together, let's exhale all the air out of the lungs. Squeeze that last little bit of air out with the low belly. And then we're going to inhale as we imagine drawing the side of the square. 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath at the top, 2, 3, 4. Exhale down the opposite side, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath at the bottom, 2, 3, 4. Inhale up the side of the square, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top, 2, 3, 4. Exhale down the opposite side, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom, 2, 3, 4. Last round, inhale up the side of the square, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top, 2, 3, 4. Exhale down the opposite side, 2, 3, 4. And hold your breath at the bottom, 2, 3, 4. And then let your breath return to its natural state. And then as you're ready, if you've chosen to close your eyes, I invite you to begin to blink them open and bring yourself back into the space, into the room.
It did get easier, that breath at the bottom.
It did.
Yeah. It's a this too shall pass.
Yeah, and just like all of these practices, it doesn't get easier, we get stronger.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks again for having me.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Bye.